Hello, welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Les. Hello again. Nice to see you all if you've come back. Nice. Hello if it's your first time. I've set up a little bit early so I can get my stream chat thingy sorted. That means I get to do this and then go clicky, and then find the portrait mode one, which for some reason doesn't always like working. There we go. So we've done the portrait mode, and hopefully that means I can join you all in the portrait cam, and I don't miss everything. Hi and hello. How are you enjoying today? I hope you are having a good day today. Not getting too drunk, I hope. Or causing too many bar fights. And now I'm also in the portrait mode as well. Excellent. So I can see everybody who's coming now. So thank you everybody who's joined, and hello for being here really early. We have the turtle to come back to today, and I'm not happy with the bright colour that I've left him with, so I'm going to go back with Avalon Sunset and sort his face out. Yes, that is literally how I put it. I'm going to sort his face out. So first of all, I need a brush that is slightly damp to get enough Avalon Sunset. I'm not doing too well. I say I'm not doing too bad. I'm not feeling 100% great today, but I'm well enough to be able to sit here, I think. I hope. We'll find out, essentially. If it's ever a day that I'm actually at 100%, then I'm worried. So, yeah. I'm okay though. I'm alright. I'm here. The main thing. Good evening, Lee. Good evening. Those Metcalf bills are coming on quite nicely, aren't they? And you're working on another card kit. Excellent. Said those Metcalf kits are coming on nicely. So, we're going to go back over his skin, but with Avalon Sunset this time. Because that bright yellow just doesn't seem to... It's not right. There's something wrong with it. It just doesn't look right to me, so I'm going to go more to the orangey yellow. And I'll highlight up after it. Got that stray hair out for a moment. Yeah. Tickly nose. No. Good evening, Ellie. Pardon me. Thank you. Now we can get right in underneath the back of his hat. And get what is actually his face and head done properly. Now, I do prefer that colour yellow as opposed to the bright colour yellow. Thank you, Ali. I may be the most holy and blessed person on the planet now. Lots of people blessing me. Always fun. And nice. Yeah, I prefer this yellow to the bright yellow that I did first of all. And it's a lot of bases we're working on tonight. There's going to be a lot of bases because I think this is model number 8 to go on the walkway. So that means I've still got 6 models to base up, which means I've got a lot of snipping and clipping and messing around to do now. So that's the painty bit done. For now anyway, it's the painty bit done. Yep, I need to move things out of the way where I'm not going to knock them over. Always a good idea, isn't it? To not have things where you're going to knock them over. Move him temporarily over there. Put the paint back there. Excellent. So now we get to look at bases and where models are going to go on the diorama. Which means I've got to bring it over here without breaking it. This is the dip. Who's just gone flying off? I don't know. I think somebody's just gone flying off, and it may have been the bat. It was the bat. And he's now come off his base. But that's okay, because he doesn't have basing just yet. He's probably the last one that I need to base, because he should have been the last character that I painted. All fun and games. So the bat has fallen off his little perch up here for now. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one makes 6 to go on there. And I need to do the bases. I need to line up the bases for where to go, because obviously things like Smash, you see his base there, and he will go on that section where his base matches, so that when he stands on it, it actually blends in with the base. Same as you can see with Dave and David here. There's also blends in with the top. But that means I need to do everybody else. So you see Chester can be purple, green and red as well. The Wizard Lizard looks like it's going to be orange and green with a bit of a cocktail, a bit of a coffee stirrer in there. Then it's red, orange and purple for this little chappy. Green and coffee sticks for the spider. Blue, purple and coffee sticks for the ranger. Now do I go... Where do I put him? This is essentially the question now. Where do I put this guy? Does he go here? I'll move the yellow guy a bit further over that way. And then I can put him there. That'll be purple, orange, red. That does leave a lot of cluster around the back there and lots of space around the front, doesn't it? See, that's not too bad as far as the goes layouts. Thank you, Ellie. Yeah, the wind's not too great here. He's cold today. He's very cold. Even having the discussion with Sparkles, it's not November, so we're not putting the heating on, but we were tempted. Good evening, Twisted. Good evening. I did get your message not long ago. Damn, this is why I don't like editing. All that work you've done, and you've still got more to do. This is why I don't like editing. So let's get cracking with this, shall we? Who should we do first? I think we should go for the Lizard Wizard first, and that is orange and green with, but at an angle. Of course it's at an angle. Why would anything be simple for me? You know, just once I would like it to be simple, but apparently no, it's not. It's not ever gonna be. Ah! So I need an orange. Unless I've already got an orange. I've already got an orange. Excellent, I've already got an orange. And I need a green. I do have to have. I did go out and buy shed loads more just so I could do this in colour order. I know, I'm daft. I did not need to do any of that. And I've just remembered I need to paint in the fillered bits. You can't see that on the portrait mode, but it's these slightly bluey bits here. I do need to paint them in metallic as well. So I'll move him because that's where he stood. But for now, I need to line up the base for the Lizard Wizard. I'm actually going to be better putting him back there, I think, and having a full orange. So in this case, a full orange across there like that. And then once we've got the full orange in across there, it's green on that side and plain on that side. Okay, so before we start with the others, let's get the super glue and stick this one in place. Just need to add some text in the end credits and then record the voiceover. That sounds so simple when you put it like that, but I know full well that it isn't that bloody simple. So let's orange. Hopefully gonna stick down. Then we need a normal. Where's the big snips? Where's the big snips gone? Right, I'm going to have to use the Games Workshop little snips. Just so I can make sure I can get enough of this on, and these snips aren't ideal for it, but they're close enough, they'll do. A little bit of super glue on the base. Super glue being probably the best way to stick them on, because it dries really quick when it comes in contact with your skin anyway. And then we need a sliver of a green. So we don't need a full piece. So we can just chop off about that much at the end. Thank you very much, Ali. Although, end credits. I do need to start looking at doing stuff like end credits and stuff like that, because, well, I do have people to thank now. Which is at least one Patreon subscriber. People like that. I have had a small idea of what I can do regarding that as well. At the moment I can't afford to, because, well, there's just not enough people on Patreon for me to warrant it at the moment. However, if between now and the start of the Genestealer cults I do get enough to warrant at least the postage, I'm considering doing a giveaway for the entire Genestealer cult combat patrol once I get it. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. I'll have a decision by Wednesday, which will be the week before I get the first Genestealer cult model. But at the moment I'm thinking I'm going to do a giveaway for the Genestealer cults. But then I realise I don't actually have enough Patreon members to do a giveaway, so it's just kind of a one-horse pony at the moment, and they're guaranteed to win because there's only one person. which I think is how obviously lucky for that one person, but anyone else wanting to do it is a bit unlucky because you obviously need to be a Patreon member to do it. So if I can get enough Patreon members, I will be giving away the Genestealer Combat Patrol once I have it in its entirety. So I will still do the standard videos where I put them together. I talk through how they would like you to paint it and cover the magazine as normal, but eventually I will be giving the what would be essentially primed models, unless you really, really want me to paint them for you. That'll be fine, but I know a lot of people would rather paint them themselves because there's a lot of painters in here. A lot of people who could do a better paint job is like, nah, I'd rather do it myself than let Laz do it because I can do a better job. Which is fine by me. I know there are people who can do a better job than me at painting, and I do not begrudge them wanting to do it themselves. Of course, that doesn't mean that everybody who joins would be in that position. So, given the ability to go, no, Laz, can you paint them for me? And then it's very dedicated models and musings for a while. Dan, what is up? You are home from work now? Finished shouting at everybody. Made sure everyone's cleaned all the tools away. Put the hammers in the right places. All the screwdrivers lined up correctly. Sockets in the socket set. Batteries on charge. You know, the fun things that you have to make sure you do before you leave the site. So yeah, I'm just snipping away around the base in case anyone was thinking, chink, chink, what's all that clipping and stuff I can hear? It is me clipping all this away. Now, to a degree, you do have to kind of work at it slowly and just cut it off a little bit at a time. Otherwise, it just go ping all over the place and snaps off the base, and we don't want that. But we do want a nice, smooth, cut round finish if we can get it. Ali's on it already. Everybody's channel. Advertised there as links. So Twisted Nurse Painting. Only one of Dan's has been advertised, I believe. Which one of Dan? It's Arius Nation, which is where I use my music from. So if you're looking for my more recent hold music, or my waiting screen music, it has all come from Arius Nation, which is a YouTube channel with lots and lots of music on it, just waiting for you to use it on your own endeavours. Okay, so now we have that base for the lizard. Now, how am I going to glue him on? Because this is going to be a pain. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of glue on the green bit and a bit of glue on the woody bit. And then hopefully he'll stick onto those bits nicely. Nope. Oh no, he is. He's sticking. He's sticking. Pop him on there. So that's the lizard done. Now we want red, green and purple. So we have a green and we have a purple. So we have both of those now. And then we need a red so we can do Chester. So we get a base for Chester. Oh no, is this one of the horrible ones? Or is this one of the horrible ones that was actually okay? Out of all 30 odd bases, about 3 of them Now I want to do slightly more green than red on this one, so it's kind of the opposite to Dave and David, so one stood a little bit further back than the other one. Just slightly. You just make sure you log off. No tools for you. No tools. Right, so purple and green are gonna get full width. Right. That's nice and easy. To a degree, because I just have to make sure that I get the green right up to the edge there now. And then up enough super glue on to keep it from coming off. Make sure it's positioned right. But not sticking to my fingers like it has been doing. And that just is not sticking to the base. Come on, stick. And then purple. All purple. Yeah, I know if you have just got home, then you're also going to be quite busy, because it is also the wee ones time for settling. And then we want a very tiny sliver of red, which we might actually be able to get away with this sliver over here instead, because it's already been cut down. Just need a little drop in there. And then try and angle that in and get it as much as we can. No worries. We'll see you soon, Ali. Oh, that was from that. That was the same as that. I'm getting confused. So this is going to be the base for Chester. Just got to cut out all the bits for it once it's dried properly. Pardon me. As I said, there's something going on with me tonight, and I'm not sure what. So snippy around the edges. And you can come at this with sandpaper afterwards just to smooth it all out if you wish to. At the moment I'm just enjoying firing little pieces of wood around my room. Sparkles isn't enjoying it as much as I am though. Gotta say, she's not enjoying me firing little bits of wood off around my room like I am. Howdy do. Nice to have you in. With your damn near 500 models done now. It's what, 32 or something left to do now? Is it? Before the end of the year? To hit your 500 mark? That is something a bit special you've got to admit. Getting 500 models painted in a year. Which means you're doing more than one model a day. And anyone who does paint models knows that that's no small feat. I've just dropped them everywhere. Now let's glue this back in so it's back in place. I'm going to have to let that dry again now, but that will be Chester's once it's dried. You can go way down there on it. And that's where you'll be going in a bit if you're going to stand up. Close enough. Right, so who else do we have? That is a Herculean task. Good evening, Graham. Good evening. Now, see, this is why I don't trust the viewer count on this thing, because it says one person's watching me and 3 of you have just spoken. What? It just doesn't make sense. 3 people say hello and it tells me only 1 person's watching. Yeah, something makes me think Streamlabs has gone a bit doolally. So now let's try and snip this as cleanly as possible. There we go. So that should line up roughly with that section. There we go. See, it does work to a degree. I know there is a little bit of nubby in the bottom of this thing because of where I pinned it with a cocktail stick as opposed to a piece of metal, because I couldn't find my Dremel at the time. Super glue on the bottom of Chester this time. Pop him on the base. That is at least looking in the right-ish direction, like so. You failed to paint tonight and it's made you sad. You'll be alright, Graham. You can get it in another day. Right, so now I'm thinking actually moving the spider forward a little bit. Doing him on mostly blue. And then cocktail sticks for the other bit. Which means getting another base. And I need a blue this time. Blue. Do I have any spare? Do I have any blues out? Yeah, that's pretty much how I go about it as well, Twisted. It's you sit down, you see what you physically feel like you're capable of doing. If you're not physically capable of doing it, then you don't do it. But you give it a go and find out first. No, it was curved. I can actually feel the curve in that one. It's actually curved along, like in there. He's dented. It's weird. It is odd. I can't be using that one. This one, on the other hand, is nice and flat. So I do only want a tiny sliver of blue. And then coffee stirrers to make up the rest of it there. You know, I know I've not hobbied that much this year compared to D, who's done it pretty much every day apart from holidays. Twisted, who's done it pretty much every day as well. Although I have been relatively consistent with my twice a week work on my projects. I have been quite consistent with that. So that's where the blue one needs to go. Give or take a little bit. Try not to get any to run off over onto the foam because I don't want it to eat away at it. But once I've got the blue one in position, then I can position the rest. Because then it's red for a very, very small sliver. So let's chop the end of a piece of red one off. And then we can actually cut that in half as well. And that goes very nicely next to the blue one. Is it red? Yep, it's red next to the blue. And then we want coffee stirrers. Now we need at least 2 of these. hopefully going to butt up quite well. So I'm going to take that section because they go together quite seamlessly. Five nights a week? No. Even I can't manage 5 nights a week. It would do me in. Or I would have hobby burnout if I was to do it that long every night. I would have hobby burnout. Now, glue on the rest of the base where these two pieces are going to go. Using the blue to move it around, we try and push them into place without gluing our fingers to the base. I say we try, I never say we manage it completely though. Nope, this last one isn't wanting to go on properly. We'll have to kind of rest it and then drip the super glue in and hope it stays from there. So that's going to be the bit for the spider. And we want blue and purple again for blue, purple, and a normal lolly stick. So there's purple, there's blue, and there is a normal one. And that should make up the one for underneath this dude. You need hobby to help balance your brain from... Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Shelley, hello. Hello, Shelley. And who else we have? We have Alien. We are making a diorama. I can't tip it up just yet because all the models are just going to fall off. But this is a diorama I'm making for my partner. For all the D&D characters or D&D animals that we have. As well as making the stat sheets for them and names and classes and everything else we can do. So yeah, that is what we're doing. See, as I said, I can't quite tip it off because everything's going to fall if I do. But at the moment we're working on the second layer up here, which means we're also doing the bases, so they all the woodwork matches where they actually stand on wherever they go. So in the case for the ones that are down here at the front, where they're all stood in what would technically be the watery area, they all have blue bases. Everyone stood in the granity area has gravelly bases, and then everyone stood up here is going to have wooden bases. Now we do have 4 done so far, which do line up. Green, purple, red goes there. Red, purple, green goes there. This one is going to go back here, and he goes over here. So all the bases will line up eventually. And yeah, this is a diorama for about 30 odd D&D characters. Some of them do have familiars as well. Has this dried? So that's got to go on there. This has dried. So this will be for the spider. Now, just in case you are asking Shelley and Alien, if you do have any ideas for some of the names, not all of them have been named yet. I will go through again which ones need naming, which ones need classes, and which ones have one or the other and just need the other one. So yeah, we'll go through them, and you can maybe even help name or class some of them if you want to help. And let me catch up on both chats. Yeah, I use it as therapy. It's basically, this is my me time, so I can tell everyone, go away, leave me alone. I'm on YouTube, and that's the only way I get to do that. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, even if you don't even know which character you're naming, by the way, because Ali's just put it up in there in the portrait. If you don't know which character you want to name, but you just got a load of random fantasy names in your head, that's fine. I've got a list of just random names written down for ones that still need naming. Although the purple bunny does, calling it the butcher does seem to just does sound right to me. Yeah, I don't do high level maths. I leave that all to Sparkles. She's the mathematician out of the two of us. She's the one with the planetary science degree. She's the one who can work out like what's in the atmosphere of a planet by the wobble of a star and crap like that. So I leave her to all the difficult maths. I'm the artist out of the two of us. She's the clever one. And no, she's not sat behind me too. So there is no gun to my head in case anyone's thinking, yeah, she's got a gun to your head making you say that. No, not in this case. Sparkles is not even in the room with me. So I am sorry for anyone who are missing portrait mode. I'm still not naturally tied into reading that chat not as easily as I do the other one. Good night, Graham. You have a good sleep, mate. And we're on the less than a year time now, so yeah. Less than a year. If you know, you know. If you don't worry. It's nothing that's going to affect the channel too much. You make an odd noise then? Nope. Right, okay. You know when you ask someone if they made an odd noise and then they give you that really funny, like, what the are you talking about? Generally means no, doesn't it? Oh, come on, just snippy snip snip. Last bits. Just to help round it off. There we go. So this should go on there and blend in almost seamlessly. Almost. Notice how I'm going to get this little bugger to glue on is what I'm worried about more than anything, because I don't think the belly actually touches. One thing it is doing though is getting on my bloody fingers. And that's definitely going to require some touch-ups, because I've just seen it has pulled some of the paint off with my fingers at the back here, so it's going to require a little bit of a touch-up. Which is not good. Next is red, blue, purple, which I did pull out already. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? There should be 8. Who fell off a minute ago that I didn't spot? There he is. I know how many models I've painted for the section, so missing one is quite a... Who am I missing? It does make up... Right, yeah, so I'm going to bring him forward and I'm going to go blue, purple and that one. So blue, purple and normal. And it's going to be purple that goes down the centre. So the archer is going to be... do I want purple down the centre? No, I think I want plain wood as the main, but right up to the edge. And then I'll run it from there. You needed the maths to do your degree. Yes, Sparkles needed the same. I have to do lots and lots of maths. Even got to have a look through Jodrell Bank as well. Remotely, but hey, they use some big ass telescopes. Okay, again, don't want to use super glue over foam. That's a really bad idea. So really, I need that bit for reference. He's now finding the right bit where he goes now. It's like a little jigsaw puzzle. So I need that bit for reference. I'm going to have to do it right over on this side over here, see? See my little fingers wiggling over here. Just down there. That's where I'm going to be doing it. Oh, lovely. So accountancy's, yeah. Good luck with that, mate. Good luck with that. So glue on that first. I do have a spare pot of glue in case anyone's wondering. You're putting a lot on, you've got to run out. I have another one. There we go. The main orange bit, the main clear bit on first, sorry. And it goes clear, purple, and then a sliver of blue. So plain purple. I'm just going to leave it where it's dropped. It's not dropped in the ideal place, but I'm just going to leave it there because if I start messing about, I'm probably going to mess it up. And then we find a sliver of blue that we hope is long enough. Put a little bit of dab of super glue on there. And then if we are lucky, this is just going to go on so nicely. And not be a pain like it is being. I'm just popping out of my hand every time I try and pick it up. So I'm just going to pop a smidge more glue on that just to make sure it does stay in place like it's supposed to. I'll lift it with the purple one so I can bring it over. And that's going to be for the archer to come and stand about there. Yeah, tiny plastic people at brain go do 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 bop bop. Does. See, maths isn't, I wouldn't say it's my weakest subject, but as you know, maths is probably my strongest subject, and I'm still not great at it. Not good. So there's two more to decide, and they both look like they're going to be red, orange, purple to some degree. So let's snippy this base down first, starting with the blue bit, because that's going to be the most finicky because it's so small. It's stuck to my thumb. It's stuck to my thumb. So D, how come you've changed your name? And I don't mean from D to Anthony. I mean, you thought, no, it doesn't normally come up Anthony Reaper. It threw me a little bit when I first saw it. I thought, oh, who's that? And then I saw the picture and I was like, oh, it's D. Right. It did knock me off just a little bit doing that. So clippy clip on the bases. Back to clipping. I'm trying not to actually snap the damn things, which is not good. YouTube is being weird. Right, okay. YouTube's always weird though. I don't think I've ever gone a full week without YouTube being a complete get on me for something. Recently it's took to making the videos black screened, even though the volume's still going on behind it. So regardless of what I'm watching, I can't see it, I can just hear it. It's been doing that for the last 2 weeks to me. Don't know why. Close the app, shut it down, go back in, it loads up again. But yeah, it'll do about 20 minutes and then decide, nope, you know something, you don't want to watch this, do you? We're just going to blank it all out and you can have it as listening only. So if I wanted to do that, I'd have got a YouTube Music. Or found myself a podcast or something. No, I'm trying to watch a video. On YouTube, just being a git. Bing. Oh, yeah. Now Sparkles is showing disapproval about the amount of things that are going flying all over the place. I heard it behind me then. In the case of this, I'm actually going to try and cover the little blue bit up because I've got a fingerprint on it here. So that's where I'm going to put the glue to actually glue him on. And hopefully that means he sticks without sticking to my finger. Come on, stay. Stay. I think I've nearly hit with several twisted, actually. I think there's been a few little bits of wood that have gone ping and headed towards Sparkles. I mean, she always gets worried when I do this anyway. She's just glad that I'm wearing glasses now, so my eyes are slightly more protected than usual. Not completely protected, but slightly more protected than usual. Oh, this is being weird now. I'm going from roasting bloody hot to absolutely freezing to roasting bloody hot again. So now that he's done, he goes on there, which leaves me with 2 people left. Now that's the turtle and the yellow black fox thing. Not sure what it is, but he's got to be done. Now part of me is tempted to put them both back here somewhere. So whether it be the purple one, that one go there, and then the turtle go right at the back over here, I'm not sure. See, red going for this in the centre, then going for red either side does sound like a good idea. Pardon me. I am so sorry. As I said, not feeling 100% great, but even though that shouldn't be happening too much, so I am sorry about that, people. So yeah, we're going to go red, natural red, and then red, orange, purple. So natural in the middle, orange in the middle. I can move this now because I can make room. I've only got 2 left to do. I don't know what colours that I'm doing it with. I'll bring it all back over once I've done them. So we need a natural. And an orange. And then it's red on both sides of the natural. Ah. Snippy snip. These are not the best snips in the world. So 2 reds with the natural, and we want a red behind, and we want purple. I thought I had a purple, or at least enough of a purple. Hopefully that will suffice. Yep, that looks like it'll work. This is the really dangerous bit because I'm going to end up gluing my fingers to it. Because I'm an idiot. And that's why. See, it's not like I've worked with super glue before and I know what's going to happen. Such as it's going to try and stick to my bleeding fingers. So there we go. Put some blobs down on here, and then we put the reds on with the natural one. And try and get that moved in before it sticks. Ah! Yes, I am not the most safety conscious person in the world. This might only be an hour long or an hour and a half long stream tonight, so anyone thinking, oh, I won't catch all of it and I've got stuff to do, you might be in the lucky side. Because at this rate, Sparkles may be sending me to hospital because I've cut my fingers off or I've glued myself together. Yeah. So now my fingers are all glued and crusted. It's not nice, is it? Let them dry. Let them dry. And then we'll see how they're doing afterwards. Ah, how fun, eh? How fun. 90% of this hobby is just drying time. And just sit here waiting and waiting and waiting. And eventually you get to go, right, it's done. And spend the next 5 minutes doing the thing that you wanted to do, and then you come back to go wait and wait and wait because you won't wait for dry time again. Okay, so that one and that one. Last 2 bases, which are going to be for these 2 characters. Let's see if I can zoom it in a bit so you can actually see. Yeah, there we go. It's certainly one of the lesser known satisfying things you can do. Not many people understand how satisfying it is pulling big sheets of super glue off your fingers and stuff. It's more satisfying than the PVA because it's got that little crack to it. It's not like dipping your hand in a load of PVA and then peeling it off. It won't. No, it's none of that. This stuff can crack and snap and yeah, but it does peel off your skin eventually. That is the good thing about batch painting troops. By the time you have, by the time you've finished, by the time you do the first one, by the time you get to the last one, the first one's dry, so you can just keep working through. The thing is, doing things one at a time, you've got to wait for them to dry one at a bloody time. So, like in this case, doing the bases, I'll doing that one, doing that one, doing that one. But I do need to make sure that they line up, so it's kind of not like I can always just jump on to the next one. God, did you hear that one? That one with some power, didn't it? Jeez. Split that one down there. And then I can clip the corner off. And I can come in much, much neater and tidier. So I don't think I've got any batch painting to do for a while. That one hit a spring. That one hit a spring that holding my light up. I'm just glad none of them have gone flying and smashed into my monitor yet. That's all I'm happy about. He says, just before it happens. I mean, I know I've got loads of little bits caught in my keyboard, so I ain't typing much until I get rid of them. I know that. Well, I've not had anything ping off onto my monitor yet. I say. With bated breath. And that's where, having multiple. I mean, I've got loads of projects on the go. That's not a problem having projects on the go. I've got loads of them. But the majority of my batch painting has actually been done now. It's mostly small units or character models that I've got left to finish off, particularly regarding 40k. Or I've got my orcs, but my orcs have had a war all into themselves, and they got a bit enthusiastic, and there's a few arms and heads and guns and all sorts of other stuff missing now. So I'm going to have to sort through them all, make sure I've got the right bits to go with them, rebase them all because they're all on bloody 32mm bases now. All the Orc Boys are on 32mm bases. Isn't that fun? Which I do have about 100 MDF ones ready to go. It's just a case of rebuilding and rebasing them all. You're waiting for a cat screech, breaking glass or sparkles to shout out. Not anymore. I've just finished. I've just done the last one. Right, so. Pardon me. So it is the Foxy Fox fella. I say fella, some of these have not been decided whether they are male or female. So it could be a girl. I don't know. And then tiny drops from the bottom of this little turtley dude thing. And hopefully they're going to stay where they are. Let's actually zoom out so you can see what I've just done with them. Yeah, I've just put them on. And hopefully they're going to stay where they are and be ready to be picked up in a minute and be able to go on the top, on the middle layer. Oh, that's the middle layer. Oh, it's coming. It's coming on now. It is coming on. This is getting slowly better about. This should be fun. No, I'll have a tea break as well, please, Ali. Well, that's a good idea, that, because my tea's nearly ran out. Anyone else fancy a tea break? Running out of drink? Need refreshments or relief? In a moment, it's going to be a very good time for it. But no, Sparkles is actually chose the right place to sit this time. She sat behind me, so essentially my chair's the shield for Sparkles. Now I've got a bit stuck in the curtain. That bit's actually embedded in the. That bit was actually embedded in the curtain, like horizontally. No worries, Twisted. We'll see you in a bit. If not, then I can always just message. It works. It's not like I can deny it. People message me, I do message back when I get them. I'm making sure I've got enough chance to. So that's them done, that done. This seems like it's far too short. I've got the metal bit to do. I remember which bit I've got to do. Right. So leave you there. Go sort out my drink and my other stuff. Which means clicking play on there. And then we get to throw this up. I will be back soon, don't worry. But while I'm away, please enjoy this break screen. And if you do want to go to Rogues Den Hobbies, don't forget to use the code LAS10 at checkout to get 10% off.
Voices from the past remain, calling out through endless rain. We were broken, we were lost, but we'll rise above the cost. Still we hear the voices pass, voices from the past remain, calling out through endless rain. We were broken, we were lost, but we'll rise above the cost. Still we hear the voices pass. Still we hear the voices pass. Still we hear the voices past. Fading lines between wrong and right. Every dream burns into the night. Signals drift, but they never die. Every spark still lights the sky. We were chasing what we lost, never counting what it cost. Through the static, through the haze, we still find another way. Parallels collide with daydreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. Through the distance, through the fight, we're still burning in the night. Every scar is a guiding flame. Every loss just becomes a name. We were echoes without a sound. Now we're shaking the underground. words that we define. Through the silence we remain. Every scar becomes a name. Parallels collide with daydreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. Through the distance, through the fight, we're still burning in the night. We're still burning in the night. Faded words on a quiet line. Every memory lost in time. Broken voices still remain. Through the static, through the rain. Every silence feels so near, but I still know what I hear. Every shadow disappears when the static clears. When the static clears tonight, I will say the fading light. Every scar, every fear, they don't follow here.
I believe I have missed it, but no worries, D. Thank you very much for calling in, man. You have a good night. And I am back. Hello. So let's see how these stack up now, shall we? Compared to the rest of the diorama on top. Let's move them slightly out of the way. Pardon me. So this might actually be the end of the stream, actually, because my stomach's not feeling great. If I'd have known that first, then yeah, I wouldn't have. I've glued him on the wrong way around. I just realised I glued Turtle Guy on the wrong way round. Where is my file? I need something to just take off where his feet were. That little layer of paint. There's a little layer of paint where his feet were. So I need to just take that layer off. And then glue him on the right way around so he's actually stood facing people and not with his back to everybody. See, it's not too bad with the red normal yellow, red normal red one, because that can go either way round. But the red, orange, purple, he has to go a certain way round. Oh no, I didn't. I could have put him there, couldn't I? But I didn't. I wanted him further back. There. So that's where he's going to have to go. So he needs resticking. Once I've flattened out the base again. Which is dangerous work, so I'm going to do it away from the camera just in case I do get a bit of blood. I mean, you can sit here and watch me concentrate on it. I'm just not doing it where people can see if I cut myself. I think that might be against the terms of service for YouTube. I know it sounds ridiculous that I'm going, I can't cut myself, it's against the terms of service for YouTube. It's kind of how it works though. It's a bit weird. So purple's to be at the front. Remember that bit. Purple at the front. Let's hold him in place. Sorry, I've not got this bit on camera. I've just glued it to my finger. I'm going to hold him in place now just to get him facing in the right direction. And then he goes there like so. Line up properly. And then he goes in front there. So let's zoom it back out so we can see. Oh, so that's the entire layer now up there. Oh, that echoed a lot, that one. Pardon me. Oh no, this is not being good. Okay, so we already have the floor layer set out for what is going to be the next section up here. So if I can angle it just slightly, you can see that you will be going over them by about 2 inches. That means I need a wall structure around here and something to stack it on up here. Which, if I remember rightly, it should be 1, 2, 3 block height. And it should be going up in that order. So when it comes to actually making the blocks, it should be relatively simple because I should be able to use these. So this should sit, yeah. So I need it, one of them with an extra sheet in between, which will make it sit there, and then I can do another one on top for the end pieces, and then this will sit about here. What type of flooring I'm gonna use for that, I'm not sure yet. I didn't think I was gonna get this far this quickly tonight. I'm glad I did though, because as I said, I'm not feeling too great. Oh, something certainly hit my stomach a bit wrong. That's not good. So sadly, I'm going to have to call it quits here because, yeah, that's something's just not hit right. Thank you for everybody who's come to join, and obviously anyone who's joined on Patreon. As I said, if enough people join Patreon, I will be doing a giveaway for my Genestealer cults once I've got the Combat Patrol from the Combat Patrol magazine. Now it's up to you. You can either have them once I've run it. And I will be running it on Patreon, so please pay attention on there towards the end when I'm getting Genestealers. And yeah, from there it's whether you want them primed, left grey, or painted. That's up to you. And we'll see if we can do a giveaway. Obviously, to do a giveaway means that I will have to have something coming in so that I can give it out, because I don't have money. Wish I did. But yeah, I would like to start doing giveaways and things on Patreon, so please join so I can start. It sounds odd, doesn't it? I'm asking you to join Patreon so I can give it all back to you. But that's essentially how I'd like to run it. It's not a money-making thing. It's a therapy thing, and you're all helping with my therapy, and my therapist should get paid. So let's see if we can start that one. So until Monday, thank you everybody for coming to join me. And I will see you hopefully healthier and in a better condition next week. Welcome back, Ali. I am just doing the sign-off section because I'm not feeling too well. Thank you for coming in though, and putting everybody's links in and doing everything that you do for me. It's so appreciated. Also, thank you to EB for being my Patreon at the moment, and everybody else who's hit the subscribe and the like and the clicks and notifications and all the stuff that helps out the channel. It is very appreciated from all of you, and from me to all of you. So please drive safe, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.